it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for all of the signs for the beginning of the week starting July 22nd, Monday. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com if you'd like a personal or private reading. This is a general reading, so you're going to want to watch your moon and rising signs as well. All of the signs will be time-stamped in the description and in the first pinned comment, so it'll be easy for you to hop to your moon and rising to get a little more info. Like I said, general reading, okay? All right, we're going to start things out with Aries. Two of Cups, and this one, Two of Pentacles, Aries. It looks like you're rebalancing a little bit this week. Oftentimes I see this is the relationship you have with your spiritual self or like your higher self, and in this case I definitely feel that is what is going on. You also have the Two of Pentacles, which says there could have been a little bit of an upheaval or a little bit of a rough patch, and you're kind of getting back on your feet. That could be financially. It could be you might have completed a home improvement project. It could be something going on at work, because Pentacles are your career, money, finance, home, environment, physicality, any of that. So there could have been a little bit of a hiccup there, and you could have lost a little bit of touch with your spiritual path. Where you are, where you're going, and kind of how you experience that part of your life. You do have the King of Wands, and the wonderful thing about the King of Wands is you are the Wands. The King of Wands is very, very charismatic. He's very well liked by everyone, and you often will find that he has a way of coming out on top in every situation. So given that you have this King of Wands, and like I said, you are the Wands, you are a fire sign, there's a very good chance that you're back on your spiritual path. You're feeling really, really good. And this, like, the King of Wands is super charismatic, so it's also like people will really want to be around you. They really are interested in you. They're interested in talking to you. So this helps you also with that relationship with your spiritual self or your spiritual path too, because you're feeling a little bit more open and a little bit, I don't want to say more accessible kind of, but I think you're a little more approachable by other people as well. Let's get a little more information on this Two of Pentacles. What is happening? Where is it? Okay, you do have this Eight of Cups, and I really like the Eight of Cups here. Oftentimes, yes, we talk about walking away from things, and other things that don't serve you are left behind, but I really like to point out here, he's not looking back at these Eight Cups, right? He's just kind of like doing his own thing, walking his own path, and just by nature of that, you do tend to leave things that don't serve you in the background, but I really would like to see it more as him walking toward the things that do serve him. So in that rebalancing that you're doing, kind of looking forward, and the things that don't fit and don't help the balance here just kind of fall away naturally. And that is what you have going on for the beginning of the week. We're going to move on to Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? Okay, we're back with Taurus. I had somebody at the door. All right, what do we have for the beginning of the week for our Taurus watchers? Queen of Swords, Taurus. Big decision to make. Ooh, something you've been worried about too. The beginning of the week, it looks like you have some kind of decision you need to make, and this is a decision that needs to be made using your logical brain, using your reasoning skills, not your emotions, or not your earth sign thing about like I have to do the right thing, I have to take the high road. Not that part of you either. This is purely logical. It is something that has been on your mind though for a while, so better that you just make this decision and get it done. And like I said, you might even want to make out like a paper with two columns, this is good and this is bad, and that kind of thing, so that you can kind of just be logical and say, well, I've made the best decision that I can according to the facts that I had, and that will ease this worry. Now here's the other thing. You have the Ten of Pentacles. This speaks of a measurable, pretty major success for you, and that's career, money, finance, and also you are the Pentacles. You are an earth sign, so I think that this decision Could have something to do with your tangible environment, like I said, career, money, finance, physicality, home environment, whatever it is. But there is some decision that needs to be made with complete and total logic. The good thing is it does turn out very well. You make the right decision, and it turns out really well for you. So that is a good thing. That's a nice thing for a Monday when you have to make serious decisions. It's nice to be able to make them and know they're going to turn out pretty well. And you have the Six of Pentacles here too, with this Nine of Swords, this worrying up all night thing. Six of Pentacles speaks here toward balance. See the scales there, toward balance and also toward abundance. So I think perhaps the worry that you could be having is that the decision that you make could impact you financially, could impact your career, and, you know, or financial plans that you've made, and that's why the decision has been plaguing you. Like maybe you're thinking about switching jobs, careers, moving houses, you know, whatever it might be. But that could be the decision that's been kind of on your mind. And the thing is, you will still be very abundant, and it looks like a very good decision as well, like a decision that keeps you kind of balanced, and it seems like a good thing. So let you know more about that. Watch your moon and rising. All right, we're going to do our Geminis. What do we have going on for our Geminis? Beginning of the week, starting the 22nd of, I almost said of March. How weird. 22nd of July, the moon. Not everything is as it appears. Why is this flippy forward so much here? Let me put you here. Can you see down here? That one row is all flippy. There we go. The moon. Okay, things are not always as they appear. So you might have something in your realm that looks a certain way to you. You're going to want to take some time and question that. And oh, look at this. You get the Six of Swords. You might want to just walk the heck away from whatever it is. There's something in your realm that I want to say almost looks too good to be true, or you're being offered something that looks really, really great. I'm just going to say that you're going to want to take a moment and examine that from every angle, because oftentimes I call this like the candlelight card too. Like when you go out to a candlelight dinner and it's really beautiful and amazing, if you saw that place by the light of day, you'd be like, ugh, say, you know, dirty floor or whatever. You don't see that in the candlelight. It kind of masks all of those imperfections or those things we don't want to see. And that's what I'm saying, is that you may not be seeing something clearly. And then you have the Six of Swords, which is like, oh, do you really want to get into any more drama? You know, the card that comes up with this is the Two of Pentacles, and it shows the rough seas and the calmer seas. Two of Pentacles is about moving away from rougher seas to a more calm place, kind of getting your balance back in order, not living so wild in a way. And then you have the Six of Swords, which speaks to going from rougher seas to calmer seas. So I'm thinking that like whatever this is probably is a little too good to be true, and I feel like it has some drama attached to it. And all signs point to stay the heck away from all that. Yeah, and look what you get with this, the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups, I feel like, can be a card about drama because it's a lot of input from a lot of different places, and it's a lot of emotional input that a lot of times you didn't ask for. So again, there is something, it could be a person, but there's some situation that's being put in front of you that looks pretty good, probably pretty good, too good to be true-ish. And unless you want to mess up this like delicate balance that you're kind of trying to get back into, I would beat feet away from that situation immediately. This could even be like, it could be gossip at work, you know, like coworkers gossiping about the boss. It could be anything. It could be something stupid, or it could be a friend that always has drama that wants to pull you in. It's kind of like, ooh, just run, okay? Run away. All right, we're going to move on to our Cancers. What do we have going on for Cancer? Eight of Pentacles, Cancer. All right, you're working really, really hard on something, and it is paying off. Other people are starting to notice it. Like there's so many pentacles here, they're like, you know, they're getting stacked up this tree. So other people can see the hard work that you're doing, and you're very contented to just be doing this work. So you're in the middle of maybe a project or something, and you're making a lot of progress. This could also be that you are doing really, really well at work. Or you're excelling at something in your personal environment, career, money, finance, paying off debt. Maybe you're working really hard on your physicality, cleaning up your house, something. But you're working hard on something, and you are making some serious progress. You do have this Nine of Wands, which is about stepping back, observing, and not being overly burdened by anything. This tells me, honestly, that you're a little bit afraid of the progress that you're making. Like, you're kind of like, I don't want to talk about this right now. Whether it's like, you know how when people say, oh my gosh, you know, you must have lost weight, you look really good. You're like, no, I didn't. I'm fine. I'm the same. Like, you almost just like don't it's just a weird thing. People just don't want to talk about their success, and I kind of feel like that's part of this Nine of Wands here, where you're kind of like standing back in this little safe area and kind of like, ooh, more that you don't want to acknowledge it, or that it makes you uncomfortable. The thought of being highly successful makes you slightly uncomfortable, but it really looks like you're on a path to be that way, and the only person kind of standing in your way is you. Hey, Wheel of Fortune. Hey, Wheel of Fortune is about decisions. People say, oh, you know, your luck is changing. The universe is going to barf good luck on you. Well, it doesn't work like that. Your luck changes because you make good choices. It's like when you make bad choices, your luck changes, and you usually, you know, when you make one bad choice, more bad things happen. And you make good choices, good things happen. You know, like you get up and you exercise and you go to work on time and you have a good and productive day, or you hit the snooze alarm 15 times, you're late for work, you don't pack your lunch and you're starving and you have a headache when you get home. You know what I mean? Good choices give you good luck, bad choices give you bad luck. Hard work gives you success. You know, so I think there's some kind of fear of success here, because the universe is also acknowledging that you're working hard in some area of your life, and like I said, it's tangible. People can see it. So I don't know what is holding you back from success, or what is making you feel oh, come on. Is making you feel, okay, there's one card upside down that flipped underneath the table. This has got to be your card. So I will pick that card out from under there, and we will put these all back together again, because I figure that's got to be the card, right? It's the one that flipped out, went all crazy and went under the table. And it's the Hermit. Yeah, I think your success is a little bit much for you to bear right now, and it's just a little bit overwhelming and a little nerve-wracking. Like, it's just making you feel a little bit weird, and like almost like you don't know quite what to do with the acknowledgments that you're receiving. And you know what? That's okay. The Hermit says, hey, step back. You know what you're doing here. Step back a little bit. Take some time to kind of figure out how you're going to handle this moving forward, and then you move forward when you're ready. Okay? You move forward when you're ready. What's your morning rising? We're gonna go to Leo. What do we have going on for our Leos? Leo, we have the Seven of Wands, one of my favorite cards, and the Page of Wands. Okay, you are on a higher vibration right now. Like, you're feeling like, okay, it's Monday, I got myself together, I'm gonna have a really good week. And then there's these low vibration people that are way down this hill somewhere, and they have something to say about your high vibration. Okay, it's just the way it is. When you're doing well, a lot of times there are those people, I call them the must be nice people, where you've worked really hard and you're doing really well and you're functioning at a high level, and people who are not doing the things you're doing are jealous, and so they're like, oh, well, it must be nice. Like, not like somebody, it's like somebody gave it to you. Well, you're working really hard, and that's why you're having the success you're having. And when you start to make, like I'm saying here, you're on this high vibration, right? You start to make good choices. It points out to people the bad choices that they're making, and they immediately become defensive, and then what do? They attack you. So that's what's going on here. Now, you'll notice he has his own wand right here. You don't see him running down the hill and like clacking around with these people, like trying to defend himself. He's just like, no thank you. And you've heard me explain this 100 times, I'm sure. But he's like, yeah, no thanks. But he's not going to go down and engage with them, okay? Because you don't want to come down off your high vibration and stoop down into the gutter and argue with people who are negative and have nothing really useful to say. Now, you also have this Page of Wands. Pages bring messages, and the message is pretty clear. You stand your ground. You stay up on that high vibration, and you don't let anybody take you down there. Don't go muck around in the gutter with a bunch of losers, because, you know, you hang around 9 broke people, you're about to be the 10th. You hang around 9 negative people, you're about to be the 10th. Here you go. You've got this 4 of Pentacles. Protect your assets, okay? This is about you protecting your tangible assets. Pentacles are also career, money, finance. I have a really strong feeling that this is something to do with work. You may have coworkers that are speaking negatively about other people or about you. Do not acknowledge that. If it's about other people, your boss, whatever, don't clack around with them. Don't get down into the gutter with them. Just be like real busy and be like, oh yeah. Because you know what? You got to protect you. It's time to protect your assets, protect what you have going on. This could also be people asking you for money, and it's saying, hey, this is not the time to lend money. Do not get into that with people. Just be very, very standoffish and very like, yeah, I got a lot of stuff I got to take care of, so I'm going to go now, bye. Do not allow people to involve you in an area like that. You do not need that in your life. Other card coming up here with this page. Pages bring messages about action, right? Is the Death card. Down here, like you can't see it. The Death card. Okay, it's the Death card. This is about letting things go, okay? Let it go. It's done and it's over with. So whatever this is down here, this clickety-clacking and this business and this, it must be nice, whatever nonsense is going on down there, you need to just let it go. Like I said, he's just like, yep, whatever, thanks anyways, bye. Message that you're getting here, same thing. The action you take is to turn and burn. Let it go. Get out of there. Do not participate in that. It will only take you down, and that is not, like, your trajectory is up, so you don't want to go down, okay? All right, watch your moon and rising. We're going to head to Virgo. What do we have going on for our Virgos? Monday the 22nd. What do we have going on Monday the 22nd? For our Virgos, Temperance, keeping it balanced. Let's keep it low key. Let's keep an emotional balance, Virgo. I know that is hard sometimes. You are very intense people. So now, and let's talk about our feelings, Virgo. Yay! Okay, I know I'm an air sign, so I get the whole like don't want to talk about your feelings. But here you go, Virgo. This is you guys. You guys are earth signs, and I get that. You may have a chance to be very emotionally open to something on or around Monday. It could be the time before or after Monday too, a little bit. You know, it overlaps. But definitely try to be open and try to remain balanced. Don't go off all crazy. Like if this is a great opportunity, don't be like that puppy dog. Like yeah. Pick me. You know, pick me. Like Horseshack on Welcome Back, Kotter. Just totally dated myself, didn't I? I'm a lot older than you think. Anyway, you don't want to be the me person. Keep an even keel. Conversely, if something doesn't go quite the way you want, or the opportunity that presents itself isn't quite what you thought it would be, don't flip out and lose your mind, okay? Keep your cool. Take a deep breath. Temperance is all about these cups here and this water kind of flowing back and forth. Try to keep that, they call it like mind like water. You're like, okay, I'm ready for anything. I can handle it. I'm even. I'm balanced. I'm not losing my mind. Deep breath. Queen of Cups. Okay, you just got way too much emotion going on here for the Virgo. Way too much emotion. I'm not saying Virgos are not emotional. I'm just saying I'm married to a Virgo, so I can say that, and I have some very dear friends that are also Virgos. I just know that a lot of emotional upheaval is not your favorite thing. Now, you also have this queen. The Queen of Cups is extremely nurturing. I do want you to remember in all of this balance and this openness and all of this, you cannot be everything to everyone all the time. You cannot, wow, okay, cards leaping out. You cannot provide every single person's emotional balance that they need at every moment of the day. You sometimes need to do some self-care, and I'm feeling like that's a little bit about what's going on here, is that it's time for a little bit of self-care so that you can remain balanced and open, but you are going to have to take some time and care for yourself. Now, here you go. You also have the Queen of Wands. Now, this is perfect because the Queen of Wands does not do anything she does not want to do, ever. The Queen of Wands just does what feels really, really good to her. And you know what? Balanced out with this Queen of Cups here who just is everything to everyone, nurturing, loving all the time. This may be the time for you to do something that just you want to do. So you go, you do the thing that you want to do, and you enjoy yourself, and that's the way it is. Try to keep an open mind when it comes to the other things that come down the path toward you. But just for right now, do you. Okay, just do you. Try to keep yourself really balanced and even. Do some self-care so that you're not losing your mind. And do some things that really feel good in the beginning of the week. Something you really want to do. All right, we're going to move on to our Libra. Six of Cups, Libra. And what else do you have? Justice. Okay, this feels like something that has been coming for a long time. Some sort of decision is kind of coming down, and I feel like it almost is something that may help you resolve something from your childhood, from a long, long time ago. Sometimes like family things kind of have a way of working themselves out, or it could be someone that you were acquainted with in childhood. It could be a family member, but it does feel like there is some sort of decision being made, or some sort of deciding moment coming for you. And it, like I said, it has something to do with when you were younger, like childish age, or it could be also a decision where it makes you feel like you are a child, where the decision is out of your control. Like if it has like to do with work and you have like superiors that are deciding things for you and you have no say, I almost feel like there's a frustration there like that. You do have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about following the rules. So I definitely feel like this is a slightly oppressive situation. Like I said, almost like you're a child, not literally, but like more like you feel like you're being treated like a child. There's some decision that's being made and it's not within your control and it's extremely irritating to you. This may just be for one person. So check your moon and rising signs. Chances are it will make sense to some of you anyways. But yeah, I feel like there's something that's a little bit out of your control. It's kind of being decided for you, and it's incredibly frustrating, actually. The other card you've got up here is the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is about taking a step back to evaluate. Maybe you're taking this a little too personally. Maybe this decision actually is best being handled the way that it's handled. A lot of times with justice, that's the case. We just can't see it quite when it's happening. But try to take a step back and look at it just from logic, not from emotion. The swords are logic. So try to take a step back and like evaluate this on pure logic and see if it's something that you can deal with that way. Like I said, I don't think it's in your control anyways. There's not much you can do about it. So better to try to deal with it logically and feel better. I feel like I can't breathe. That's why I'm like, I feel like I can't catch my breath. And that may be how you feel too. Just like I feel very oppressed, very like, ugh. All right, we're going to move on to our Scorpios. What do we have for our Scorpios? Beginning of the week, around the 22nd. Scorpio. Ooh, throwing things. Crazy. Three of Pentacles, Scorpio. You have a plan, some kind of a plan that has to do with being very highly successful. Okay, this is really encouraging, especially for a Monday. Mondays are tough sometimes, but this Three of Pentacles says you've got a plan. You know where you're going, and where you're going is here. The King of Pentacles is like the pinnacle of success, right? He has got it all under control. He's a business owner oftentimes, or he's very high up in his profession. His money is straight, his house is straight, his bills are paid, his employees love him, or people that work for him really love him. He's a great guy, trustworthy, honorable. You have some kind of a plan in place, and I suggest you continue to follow that plan because that plan takes you here. The card that comes up for you with this card is the Four of Pentacles, and I love that. I love the progression because I'm so type A, and that's nice and neat. You got this great plan. Now, this is talking a little bit about sticking to the plan and watching your assets, because let me tell you, this king did not get to where he is by not knowing where every single thing he owns is, and by not paying attention to his finances. And of course they have, he's got people that help him with that, but the bottom line is the buck does stop with you. So it's really important that you understand every single thing about your financial situation. This can be career, money, finance, this whole thing for you. I know this for Scorpio, this is kind of a lot of earth energy and a lot of like boring stuff, but you know what, it's important. But I will give you this one. You've got the Queen of Wands coming up here. And the Queen of Wands does things that feel really, really good. So whatever endeavor this is and whatever plan this is, this plan to get you here has to be in an area that you enjoy. Whether this is a plan for because you can do with the Pentacles, career, money, finance, environment, home, can be your physicality. It's stuff you can see and touch. So even let's say you're working on a fitness plan. Follow the plan, but find something, and this is just, I'm saying, applying it to like your fitness. Find something that you love to do, because the only way that you will be successful with this plan is if you love what you're doing. Okay, and that can be work, career, money, finance, like I said, your physicality, whatever it is. But whatever this plan is, it's got to be something that you really, really enjoy, or you won't follow it through. You won't let it get to fruition. I can't talk. It's not good for a tarot reader not be able to talk. All right, we're going to move on to our Sagittarians. What do we have for Sagittarius? We've got the Queen of Wands. You are the Queen of Wands, so that's super. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, have you been doing a lot of Queen of Wands stuff? A little bit self-indulgent, perhaps, although highly successful. I feel like you have been doing a lot of things that you really like to do, and maybe not as many things that you're supposed to be doing. You get this Two of Pentacles, which is kind of about establishing a balance. And so this Queen of Wands, I've often said about the Queen of Wands, is she doesn't do anything that she doesn't want to do ever. So have you let some things go that maybe you should have been paying a little more attention to, like career, money, finance, physicality, health, fitness, something? Have you let something go because you were kind of busy doing some things you really wanted to do? It looks like it may be time to get back to, I feel like I want to say the boring parts of life, you know, the budget, the saving for the kids' college, the 5-year plan, you know, the debt payment, shopping for a new car, you know, that kind of thing. It may be time to come home from vacation, Sagittarius, and get back. I'm hearing like really get back to basics. Yeah, okay, here you go. You got the death card coming up here. Not a bad thing, but it is saying it's time to kind of let this go. I think you've been, and like I said, watch your moon and rising. It's a general reading, but this feels like you've been doing an awful lot of things that feel real good, and not about so many things that you got to do to keep your household running straight. You know what I'm saying? So if that is the case, and it won't be with all of you, but if you have let a few things go and you're trying to get your act back together, you are going to have to kind of let her fade into the background just a touch. You also have the Justice card, so yeah, this is about this kind of coming to justice at this point. Like, it's almost like that come to Jesus moment. Like, you've done what you can do. You've done all the things you were supposed to do. And this is it. Like, you kind of, like, you've played and you've had fun and you've done all that stuff, and the vacation is kind of over. It's time to get back to work. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's been a lot of fun and you've enjoyed yourself and you've ignored some things. And so now, you know, like we all do that. It's time to just it's time to get back in that mode of like getting back to basics and sort of getting things back under control. All right? The boring parts of life, I know. All right, we're going to go to our Capricorns. What do we have going on for our Capricorns? 6 of Cups, okay, and the Strength card. So I'm feeling like some kind of old, something is like kind of, all I'm hearing is like something's like sort of barfing itself back up, like something that you may have stuffed down from a long time ago is kind of like resurfacing. And then you get the Strength card here, which is saying like you can handle this. Whether you enjoy handling it is another story. I feel like you definitely can handle whatever this is, but you're just like, are you freaking kidding me? I really don't want to deal with this right now. I'm not interested in dealing with this old thing. This doesn't have to be like from your childhood, but it could be something that's long, you know, everybody thought it was long over, and now it's kind of showing back up, like an ex showing back up, or some problem or experience from when you were younger, like way younger, or some weird thing, like, you know, a kid showing up you didn't know you had, or a sibling. Everybody's on that ancestry thing now, and a lot of people are having, like, people show up out of nowhere. Oh, hey, I think I'm your brother, you know. I feel like that. Like, there's some kind of something sort of digging itself up and barfing itself onto your front porch, and you're like, you have the strength to handle this, okay? You had the strength to handle this. What's coming up with this is the Emperor, which is a little bit strange to me. All I can surmise that is that you are in a position where you are strong enough to handle this. So that's kind of why the universe has allowed it to barf itself up now. I'm sorry I keep using that terminology, but that's all I can think is like barf up, dig up. You know, it's like some old something from the past. It's emotional because you got the cups there. It's some kind of emotional stuff is appearing, and you can deal with it because you are in a position where you're all right. You're in control. You know, you're established. You can handle this. You're just like, I don't want to. And that's why you have that Strength card, is like, because you're not going to like flip out on people. You're not going to like scream and yell. You're going to think before you talk. You have that quiet. This is quiet strength. This is not brute screaming, yelling, drama strength. This is like that very quiet strength where like it's a leader who whispers and everybody listens. This is you. So when this barfs itself up or throws itself up on your front porch or digs itself up or whatever it does, just know this is who you are. You're in control of the situation. You remain in control because of this quiet strength that you have, and just because of the way that you are, you remain in control. Now, you also have the High Priestess coming up with this, which means this is not really a huge shock to you. Your intuition is running very high. So you may not have known what was coming, but I guarantee you knew something was coming. Like you know how you get that, you're like, why do I have this weird feeling? That's why. And you're going to go, oh, now I know. It's like you've known, you felt weird and funky and you knew something was coming. Well, there it is. There it is, but you can handle it. Watch your moon and rising for a little more info on that, okay? All right. What do we have for our Aquarians? The beginning of the week, starting around the 22nd of July. What do we have for our Aquarians? Knight of Pentacles. Something you've been waiting for a long time is showing up, finally. And the Justice card. Okay. Something you have been working on for a long time. Something you've been cultivating for a long time. Finally, there is some sort of decision, some sort of, I want to say like, I don't know, what's the word I want to use? Some sort of, not decision, some sort of like coming out, not coming out, like, you know what I mean though? Like it's all out in the open. Finally, whoa, what do we got here? Six of Swords, okay. It seems like it's been taking so long to come, you almost gave up. Like you almost gave up and you were almost like, yeah, I don't even care, whatever, I'm out of here. But you know what? It's finally showing up. Please don't get in the boat and drive away. It's here. It's here. And the other card you have is the High Priestess. So even though you've been waiting a long time, you knew this was coming. And I think you thought it would never show up, but deep down you knew it would, and it's here. So just breathe deep. You can handle this. You've waited a long time. Something that you've really waited a long time for is going to show up. That is super exciting, Aquarius. Please tell me what that is. Watch your moon and rising also. Thank you. Let me know. All right. And the last one is our Pisces. What do we have going on for Pisces? Page of Pentacles and the Devil. Okay. Pages always bring messages. This is a message of practicality, career, money, finance, home environment, physicality, whatever. The Devil, not big and scary. Mostly something... usually saying that like some old something wants to like kind of show back up, and you're being given an opportunity to improve in an area of like career, money, finance, your physical well-being, your environmental well-being, your organization, paying your bills, your budget, something at work. It's something you can touch. You're being given a message that, hey, this could happen. Don't let anything old, and an old bad habit, old behavior pattern, old thought pattern creep in and destroy that for you. You also have the Hermit. Take a little time away to evaluate these opportunities that you have, and like I said, to really look and see if you have something like this creeping back in that will ruin this chance that you have. You also have the World coming up, and I love that with the Devil, because it's like, listen, you have every opportunity before you. You can choose to fall back into this old nonsense and do what you've always done and have something, have it not go the way you want it, or you can seize the opportunities that are in front of you, because everything is available to you, because that's what you've chosen. You don't have to fall back into this. You can seize this opportunity, and like I said, take the time away so that you get a little time to digest all of this, and then seize the opportunities that are in front of you. Don't let anything old come back and ruin it for you, because you deserve an awful lot better than that, Pisces. You guys have been through a lot, and you deserve this whole world, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.